Today we're talking about freedom, and instead of just giving my thoughts, I wanted to ask the question, what does freedom mean to you?
Okay. There you go.
All right, let me know when you're recording.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so my first thought on freedom was that you can make whatever choices you want. However, that leaves people aimless, it leaves people without direction. So whenever I'm thinking about freedom now, it's not just the freedom to make whatever choices I want, but it's the freedom to choose what's important, the freedom to, oh my gosh, I lost my train.
So one thing that I learned about freedom today when talking to my friends is that it's not so straightforward. It may seem obvious at first that freedom is kind of the opposite of being not free, but when you really stop and look at it, the meaning of it starts to dissolve right before your eyes. And we find that the meaning of freedom is really different from person to person and also from day to day.
I would say freedom means the ability to do what is meaningful to you or to not do what you don't want to do. I want to work and I want to contribute and I want to do something meaningful. I haven't really thought about it that hard. Is that okay? I would like to think that I have value beyond what I do for my paycheck. I think I might think of freedom as absence of responsibility.
My sense of freedom can really vary with what's going on in my life. For example, when I was focusing on freedom for a month, both of my pets had just died. And so suddenly I had freedom in the sense that I had no responsibilities to walk them or change the litter box. So freedom can really be sprung upon you in surprising ways.
It's the freedom to decide what you do with your time, decide who you spend your time with. If I had total freedom, I would still have a semblance of structure. I would still want to have regular schedules, but it would give me more autonomy for being with people that I want to be with, visiting places I wanted to visit.
The definition of freedom really depends a lot on where you're from and what you value.
Freedom means to me just having the ability to explore my potential without worrying about it, without worrying about anybody keeping me from being my best self. So in order for me to reach that potential, I have the freedom to get a higher education, the freedom to work, the freedom to pursue any occupation that I think will enhance my potential. Everybody should have the ability to pursue happiness, life, and property as long as it doesn't infringe on anybody else's rights or anybody else's freedoms. The history of it is really just one, having the ability to speak your mind, practice your religion and freedom without worrying about persecution, and also being able to pick a livelihood that you can do without having any repercussions. So you pretty much have the ability to live the American dream. You have all these freedoms in America. For example, you can swing your arm as freely as you want, but your freedom to swing your arm stops at the tip of somebody else's nose.
Finally, I reflected on the common thread that all of my friends said. They all referred to being able to make the choice about what to do with time, money, and energy. And I think that's what it really comes down to, and that's what this Values Project is all about, is finding a way to create meaning in your life and really using the time, money, and energy that we have in ways that are in line with our core values and that are actually important to us. So freedom is the opportunity to choose.